Hello and welcome to another episode of the MXON podcast show on Vital MX. But not only that, it is a Racer X review podcast in a hilarious clash of the titans, I guess you could say, although that's a bit what's the word? Not self-deprecating. The other word, Adam, is
appreciating, yeah.
Self-appreciating. You've been waiting for the MXGP and AMA crossover race. We're no closer to that. But what you do have is a crossover podcast, so it will suffice. I'm your host, Lewis Phillips, of course, joined by my regular co-host, Adam.
Lewis,
doesn't like to be introduced.
You really scared me with that introduction, Lewis.
Why?
It kind of summed up your energy level over the weekend.
What, too peppy?
Just overwrought, but no, it was okay.
What does overwrought mean?
Too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got Google ready for Adam.
Yeah.
Also joined by Steve Matthes, who graciously gave me the host chair for this podcast.
Yeah, thanks very much. This is the collab everyone's been waiting for. Now, JT isn't here because he's doing another show, but I did bring Jason Wygant, the Jason Wygant.
Yes, Jason Wygant, not Jason Wygant, as you were referred to in official documents.
It was, yes, in the official souvenir event program, and somehow my hotel reservation, somehow both were misspelled the same way, even though they were not by the same entity. So I'm not sure how that happened. But anyway, glad to be on your show, or glad to have you on our show.
He's on our show.
Oh, he is on our show.
They're on our show.
He started he introed it.
That's fine. We let the guy have some.
Is it an award-winning show? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
No, that is the LVK show.
Okay.
That is the award-winning show.
It's fine because technically we do the MXGP podcast show. I've rebranded us to MXON this weekend, so this is its own...
Oh, it's its own brand
Okay,
new...
so
spin-off,
Oh,
you
okay.
know, like-
And how many episodes have you already done?
Friday night, Saturday night.
Okay.
So we are tired.
What universe is this? Is this a motocross universe?
I have a lot to say.
Well,
Right, okay.
think about, so he did a paddock show that he didn't know anything about today.
Jason Wygant
Yep.
did, yes.
He did the Racer X show Friday, Saturday night. I did the Racer X show Friday, Saturday night. He was doing live stuff on this thing. You guys are doing the podcast each and every night that I joined you with. It's a lot.
I was in
The
Racer
whole
X as well.
thing, you were on the Racer X. It's a
was.
lot.
Why was he on Racer X?
On our show.
He's Adam Wheeler, man.
Yeah, he's Adam Wheeler.
Yeah.
Oh, that show.
He's
Yes.
an author.
I'm tired. This is great lead-in, though, because this is what I wanted to end our show yesterday with, but Adam told me to stop talking and save it for today. Why don't we put this level of effort into regular season races? Because this man does this format every single MotoGP race. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes.
And we
4
just do it
shows.
once a year.
Well,
Well, we asked, MotoGP is 3 days.
yeah, I think he just answered it. It's because they only have one-day events, at least for the races we're covering in America. So what other days are we going to do it?
I don't know. I just want more.
I mean, you could
Okay.
make something out of press day.
Yep.
I mean, there is a
Wrap-
Friday
press day wrap-up.
right?
Weather and quotes.
But
and
I don't feel like people would care that much. But
Oh, they would.
oh, okay.
Yeah, but the multi-day event does help to do multi-day pods.
Yes.
Big factor.
So running down the line, starting with Adam,
Yes.
we were a bit subdued about this event yesterday. Initial reaction to the vibe, the flair, this Motocross of Nations as a whole, racing and everything around it.
Wow. Impressed. I was trying to get at the Team USA guys to say, was it kind of better than Red Bud? What's the general opinion on it? There seems to be quite a glowing thumbs up from everybody. Some consternation, I think, over the track changes, but not having been here for the National, I can't comment on that. But yeah, I thought it was, weather assisted, of course, because that was always the problem with Red Bud. But I was pretty good race.
Steve?
I felt like this is the third time in 6 years, right? For
Since
America?
2018, yeah.
Third time in 7 years. I felt like this was a little subdued compared to the Red Buds. Now, Red Bud's always a rowdy crowd. Michigan, it's got a long history of that. We're not far from Red Bud. I mean, this was a great race. It was certainly, on par with the other motocross nations I've been to. But, there's Red Bud to me in my mind. And then there's an Erne when France won that year. And then there's a Budds Creek year where Timmy won it for America. And I felt like those things stand
Thunder Valley.
out. And this is like a Kegums.
I used that exact reference today. This is Latvia.
Don't get him started on Latvia. Please do not get him
This is a
started on
Kegums
Latvia.
MXDN,
Yep.
which is great and fine, but not super special.
I said to someone this evening, none of us are going away from here with memories and stories we're going to tell for years.
I agree. But it was great. It was great. But I don't know. Weege?
Yeah, everything was very good. Everything was solidly run. There were a lot of people here. They told me twice as many campers here than Loretta's, which is insane because Loretta's you have to drive like 20 minutes to get to the end of the campground. And they had twice as many people here than there. They had a lot of people. And it was loud and it was full. But it lacked like the last piece of cherry on the sundae. And I think you nailed it. Everyone had dreamed for so long. First of all, Budds Creek was 20 years since they had one here. Mm-hmm. And then I think everybody was dreaming of like, can you imagine if Redbud? Can you imagine? It's really hard to beat that build-up. And I also think a little bit, I really enjoyed last year's also, although, Lewis, you've told me that as Matterly ones go, that wasn't even the best Matterly one.
No, as time's gone on, I've started to appreciate it more and more, which I don't think is going to happen with this one.
Yes, but you know what I think is another factor here, and I'm getting at, even the difference between last year's field, you had Prado, you had Hurlings, we lost Deegan, would have probably added, what's that going to be? Sexton was out. I feel like it lost a little bit of star power. It was a little more obvious that Australia was probably going to win, and I think that hurt also. The event was good, but it lacked that last piece to me.
Yeah, Australia win first back-to-back winners since France in 17 and 18. So we had a nice run of different winners. Like, what a celebration for the event and us, because we, of course, endured the Team USA domination.
Endured.
I feel like we are heading into a similar period now with Australia. No riders were particularly stoked on this thing, I would say. At least the ones I spoke to, especially the track. I think that put a downer on it. Everyone wants to burn the track crew alive. Did you get a similar?
Not burning the track crew alive, no. But yeah, some questions about the prep, some questions about some of the changes from Saturday to Sunday, like why they add the split lane in. There's nowhere to pass on that. And that was a universal from Jeremy Sewer to Ken Roxon to Caroli. Yeah, a little questions about prep for sure. And even Mike Pelletier in my post-race stuff, I said, who's in charge of that? How does that work? Who makes the call of like, we're going to rip it 6 inches or 4 inches or whatever? And Mike said, it's everyone. And I'm like, that's probably the problem.
Yeah.
It's everyone.
Too many cooks.
He said FIM has a say, and the local guys have a say, and In Front has a say.
I talked to Jeff Russell, who kind of runs the track crew for all the races here normally, and Loretta's and High Point and all that. He is so stoked. What is the guy's name? From Andra?
What department? What?
There's a guy who's in charge of the track. His first name starts with an A.
I wouldn't know because most people...
the In Front Motor Racing crew.
Yeah, he's from In Front. Jeff loves this guy because he's like, he is the authority. He is the guy. He does not take no for an answer. If he wants the track to be a certain way, it doesn't change back. And the track guys love not constantly chasing their tail of a team manager says, fix this. Oh, we got to fix it. Another rider complained. Oh, we got to fix it. He likes the fact that this guy was from In Front was like, this is the way I want it to be. So it sounded to me like he was the one that was in control. But I don't know, man.
Well, I spoke with Tim Geiger, who is universally positive about everything, and he actually was a little bit critical about the track prep as well. But from my to my naked eye, I thought that it changed quite a bit from yesterday, where it was just like a freeway, and it was extremely fast, and I thought it was difficult for the European guys to get their head around it. I thought it was a little bit better today. There was rougher sections, and by the final moto, it was technical enough for people to actually make a difference.
Tony Caroli, commenting in that same vein, said that when he comes to pro motocross, someone comes around, asks for feedback, reacts to it. No one did that all weekend. It sucks. They need to learn a thing or two. So,
but I mean, I do see
unbelievable.
I do see Weege's point. Like you ask 40 people, you're going to get 40 different opinions, especially when it comes to riders, right?
So why do they do that in America?
Why do they?
I just think I just feel like
they feel like the better thing is like, we'll just ask the teams and riders what they think,
and it doesn't get lost in translation.
Well, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
They were so stoked that the team manager, who we know, said, hey, could you change this? And they said, well, it has to go to this In Front guy, and they never heard another word about it. Meaning, no.
Right. But no, it was a very good destinations, just not a great one.
The best way to sum this up is kind of what Weege said. 07, a lot of hype, the event returns to America. Everyone's then waiting for Redbud, which gets rained out, which means 2022 is more hyped because now we're going to get Redbud properly.
And USA wins.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, this is officially America becoming a bit of a norm for the nations. We're now in the rotation. We're deep in, and it's just
and it's an A. It's an A again next year. Yeah. But I don't know what you mean by a great nations. I mean, what causes a great nations? I think as long as you have atmosphere and you have some incident, which RJ Hampshire provided us with, as well as Lucas Coonan, I think. I
hate to say it, but the Racer X side over here, we made some good points. No,
More
Jeff?
so than them?
Yeah, more so than them.
More so
yep,
than them.
Yep. Jeffrey Hurling's not here. And we ultimately, Ken Roxon had 2 first-turn crashes, so he wasn't a factor. So some of the star power was definitely lost in that way. So and Tim Geiser wasn't quite on the level that he was at Matterley, let's say. So, yeah.
If you put Prado, Hurlings, Deegan, Sexton in this race, doesn't that make a huge difference?
A massive difference.
Yes.
Because Jet in Moto 1 quite clearly played to the competition, backed it down, was riding within his means. If Hurlings is on track, I think Jet is very self-conscious of the situation, knows Hurlings is known for late charge, all of that stuff, and doesn't back it down, and there's a little more just hype in the air throughout a moto.
And I did feel like, call me crazy, and maybe it was from where I was sitting or standing and all that, but I didn't feel the crowd was as gnarly as a Redbud or a European motocross nation.
They did just stand quietly until they were told to make noise almost.
Well, Eli got him going in Moto 3, but I didn't so
the final moto was the first time all weekend where I stood in pit lane, goosebumps from head to toe, and was like, this is it. It never takes that long. It's probably my overarching point here.
Well, getting to the racing, though, the good news is Team USA was second, 1 point out going into the last moto. They would have taken that all day long. Bad news, you got to race Hunter and Jet Lawrence. So good luck, Team USA.
I don't think you would have taken that all day long. I think they knew their pathway was you have to have a big gap before that moto. You have to put major points up on the board in the 250s, and then Webster goes down in the first turn, both, and then both motos I'm like, dude, what did Justin Cooper beat him by? 3 or 4 spots each time? That wasn't enough.
Yeah, Webster is a standout, maybe.
It was
down
awesome.
Twice and coming back that far. If he hadn't crashed, he's lower half of the top 10?
In my exclusive post-race interview with him that you'll find out on Pulp MX and Racer X, he had said that he felt really good coming through the pack. He said, I picked the bike up, and I'm in a panic, and I'm like, what am I going to do? And then he said, I started picking guys off left and right.
Jet told me just now that Webster was injured at the race last year.
Yes.
Did we know that?
Yeah, we did. A knee or something. Yeah,
Okay.
I remember that.
For some reason, I feel like
there
that
was something
news to me.
coming off a knee injury.
It was like 30 seconds into the second moto, there was a real chance that Team Australia could lose this thing.
Yes.
And I was speaking with Andrea Adamo because he said he suffered on the long start straight. There was rip quite deep, so for the 250, that was another handicap. And he said that coming out the corners, he was losing time all the time to the 450s, and he had to make it up in braking. So I think for the 250 guys, and even Kai de Wolf, who went back-to-back winning the MX2 class again, he also said that this was a really tough race for the guys on the quarter leader bikes.
I talked to Michael Berner, another exclusive interview that I did, and I'm like, so early in Moto 3, Jet goes down. I'm like, you worried? Nah. He goes, we put Jet on the outside because if something happened, he's special, and he can come through the pack. And if Hunter gets out front, he's got that. So, as much as I tried in my journalistic way to make it sound like it was, Berner was not having it. Yeah, it's Jet Lawrence. We'll be all right. Did you guys think he could have caught Eli, or do you think that was what he had?
He said he was spent in that last moto.
Really?
Yeah.
Jet.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I felt like he was going towards Eli and then realised Australia were going to win, so stepped it down.
Okay.
Personally.
Well, I didn't talk to him.
I did, and I didn't ask anything in the range of that. I tried to make a joke with him many times that Hunter is Koldenhoff and Jet is Hurlings. Where you come in, Hurlings is going to win. Oh, no, it's Koldenhoff. And he just wasn't. He was like,
He doesn't know that.
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he doesn't know what you're talking about.
He was like, Hunter's better than Koldenhoff. And I was like, no, I know, but he's
No, he
nation's
doesn't.
Koldenhoff.
He doesn't no idea what you're talking about. Yeah.
You just think he thought Koldenhoff was like a brand of dish soap or something?
I don't.
No, he
think
doesn't. You're saying 2018
18?
Redbud?
18,
He doesn't
19.
remember that. He doesn't remember that.
Yeah, but Jet also had a couple of sketchy moments. It wasn't like he was completely in his
Surprising.
comfort
landed on
zone
a
all the
hay
way.
bale. He crashed. Hunter crashed twice.
Yes.
In my exclusive interview with Jet, he said he was nowhere near the limit in the second moto, and the mistakes that we all saw were just a result of the track conditions, him not knowing how to set up a bike for this sort of track. They don't race it, they don't test on it, and it was purely that. It was no indication of his effort level. So.
In my exclusive interview with Webster, he said he literally didn't touch a thing on Hymas's bike. Levers, bars, anything.
Why?
He didn't touch a thing. He didn't move the levers.
Since the moment you don't mean this weekend.
No.
Ever.
Since he got on. Yes.
In like 2 months.
Yes. When he got on Chance Hymas's bike, he's like, this is perfect. And that was it.
Wow.
Exclusive.
Yeah, that is actually, to be fair, that is quite big information.
I was blown away. I'm like, wait, you didn't like bang the clutch lever down? No.
In my my exclusive opinion, because it comes from me.
Oh, very good, very good.
No,
Yeah.
I detected with Hunter a sense of like relief. You know, I mean, he got beat by a jet towards the end of SMX. There seemed to be a real kind of satisfaction there that he was the one that went 1-1 today.
Is this the biggest moment of Hunter's career? Let's be honest, he's not done much winning in the 450 class yet. 250s are what they are. I feel like this is Hunter's biggest moment so far.
Sure. Yeah.
1-1. Yeah.
If this
Yeah.
was a Ernay, are we hyping this up more?
Why would we hype it up more?
I don't know. Are we a little bit subdued about what Hunter did because this Nations isn't giving us the same sort of vibe? I don't know.
No. I think we're just getting used to the Lawrences just dominating, and it's 1A, 1B.
Okay, I guess.
By
that's
the
where
way,
we're at.
this is brought to you by Fly Racing, the Racer X side, flyracing.com,
Yes.
code
Yep.
PulpMX to save. The Webster's gear from Fly Racing was amazing. RJ did a good job, too.
No, RJ's gear was good.
Webster's
I
was
thought.
better, I thought.
Nah.
But okay, either way, great job, Fly Racing. PulpMX code to save with Fly Racing. Max's Tires, Renthal, Motorsport.com, also on board
On
with
X
us.
Maps.
On X Maps.
On X Maps.
I
Yep.
will see your Fly Racing and raise you Polasport and their APT unbreakable levers.
Okay.
When Kyle Webster, again, went down in the first turn of both motos, he would have been able to rely on unbreakable levers and not stressed about that
I
going
think,
wrong.
though, I'm not to not to get into this because we got to talk about this Nations, but are they really unbreakable?
I think so. I believe
Like if
in
I rode
Polasport.
over them with a dozer?
Polasport were meant to send me some, so I could do, like, on the podcast, I'd be like, bam, bam, bam.
Okay.
Ask Hymus as well. I mean, he would know just
Don't
as much as
adjust
Webster.
Right.
So,
Set them and forget them.
this is now the Webster podcast. A lot of low-key Webster hype around the paddock because maybe you don't know this. He can technically ride for Britain, Australia, or South Africa.
I do know that.
And in talking to Camden McClellan, because think about it, if South Africa can have McClellan, Vlaanderen, and Webster, potentially a winning team. McClellan said Webster will never do it, but Vlaanderen will come home. Went to Vlaanderen.
Yep.
Vlaanderen said he will go home at some point. There was low-key discussion about it this year, but he also doesn't think Webster will ever do it. So next, we see if Webster can go to Britain that needs help.
He won't.
But now we have Nations silly season.
Okay. Well,
Who knew that was
and
ever gonna
maybe,
be a thing?
maybe Dino comes home.
Yeah, is there any way the Lawrences under some Commonwealth agreement could represent the Union Jack? I don't know.
Well, if my friend Dan gets his wish of a continent race, then that still wouldn't help the situation,
Okay.
actually.
Team USA time. Eli today rode better than he did yesterday.
Better than he did all outdoor season?
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. The Racer X guys say we don't know about that.
Yeah.
But
And great job transitioning us to the Team USA portion of the program. As
yeah,
a great host
well,
that you are.
this idiot's talking about this nation swaps. It's like,
Yeah.
as if Kyle Webster, twice a winner with Australia, is really going to leave.
All
Yes.
I'm telling you is that there is...
Hey, Kyle, if I know you just got factory HRC and you won 2 years in a row.
And you get the Lawrence
And you get the
brothers.
Lawrence brothers.
Yeah.
But if you bring your bars and suspension, we'll get you a loaner KTM and you can ride for South Africa.
Well, in that vein,
yeah.
Vlaanderen said that South Africa approached him for this year, but he had to figure out his own bike and stuff. He was like, I'm out.
Yeah, there
I'm
you go.
good.
So,
There you go.
anyways, so
You
Eli
get Josh
Tolman-
Gilbert, though. If you come over here,
Yes.
you get Josh Gilbert.
I was a little. I
have a
think
pop-up tent.
I think Eli's Moto 1 was okay.
Yep.
And nothing underwhelming, not overwhelming, just a good ride. And then Moto 2, I thought he really stepped up. I mean, he actually, okay, Hunter had it and whatever, but he actually closed up on Hunter a little bit, got through the pack, rode really well.
He did ride awesome. He's the only guy to beat a Lawrence brother in the motos
Yep.
because they went 1-1, 1-3.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's the only guy. Class act, I feel.
Yeah, like Steve said, he got the crowd riled up, and that's the end of the Yamaha chapter as well. I don't know.
Yes, that's his last race on a Yamaha.
Satisfactory, or? I mean, look, if I say Eli Tomac, do you think Yamaha, or do you still think Kawasaki guy, or do you think Geico? I mean, what
I think
kind of-
Yamaha, to be honest.
Okay.
I do.
I think KTM.
Wow, goodness.
Not on the KTM this week, by the way, but on the KTM next week. So,
And Mike Pelletier, great guy, team manager, AMA guy. He seemed really stoked in my interview, exclusive, about Justin Cooper. And to me, and Weege will know this, Justin Cooper was Like, good job.
It was good.
Way to go.
But it
You
wasn't
stepped up.
good enough, I don't feel.
Yeah, you stepped up, and
Yes.
when Deegs dropped out. So good job, but I kind of thought it would be better.
Okay, not to speak for Adam here, but the Vital MX side, no, the Lewis and Adam side, I think we disagree with that, okay? You with me?
Explain.
I feel like Justin Cooper was very good, and in different circumstances, better starts, whatever else, he could have won MX2. And if you win MX2,
he
that's
went
great.
backwards in both of his motos.
Well, I like the fact as
Not
well.
by a lot, but he went backwards in both his motos.
In the press
fell in one,
conference,
didn't he?
Yep.
by the way, there's
backwards,
this thing
sir.
after the race called a press conference, which the riders do, where they explain, what went on and how they feel about it. Just
It scares me.
And in the press conference, I found Cooper's comments really interesting because he said, I was on the team, and then I wasn't, and then my motivation dropped completely, and then suddenly he was back on the team. So this kind of yo-yo effect, he did seem a little indifferent to being here.
He also said he felt tired this morning from racing the qualifying race on Saturday, which is odd because he's raced this event before.
And it's only 20 minutes.
Yeah, but and then I talked to his dad, and he said his legs were kind of like a little sore this morning, maybe because he's riding a different bike. But either way, he did seem a little happy to do it, not upset, but a little unenthusiastic, feeling not great this morning from riding yesterday.
If I had attended said press conference, I did want to ask Jay Coop, was it more physically demanding having to be aggressive on a 250 again?
He said yes. He said yes. But you know how you could get these answers? You could ask questions
Yeah, and actually be at the press conference.
You could
But the thing as well,
you
and
could
Press
do it.
conference.
Justin Cooper is not a popular guy in Team Belgium at the moment because Sasha Kunin had that moment in the first moto where he said he had brake trouble and he slid out, and then Cooper plowed straight into him, injured his right wrist, and that's why Sasha Kunin, who won the qualifying race on Saturday, was a bit of a non-entity for the fight for the second moto.
Trouble or brain trouble? Because Sasha has had some of those moments as well.
He told me his rear brake didn't
Yep.
work or locked up or
Yep.
something. Malfunctioned.
Yeah,
That's why he
he
crashed.
slid out, but he slid out in the worst possible place because Cooper had a blind approach right up into the woodlands area, and that was that. So Justin Cooper, that was his kind of contribution to the downfall
So
of Team
anyways,
Belgium.
back to USA. RJ.
Well,
We covered-
before
we
we go to
covered
RJ
Cooper.
Corner,
Okay.
your interview with Pelletier, great exclusive, by the way. Haven't listened, but I trust your talent and that of Pulp MX. Did he mention anything about his position of team manager, changes?
No.
You didn't ask?
No.
Okay. I would have thought that a journalist would have approached that subject, but never mind. RJ Corner. Who spoke to RJ? Okay.
Mitch Kendra did. Oh, you did?
Do I do my RJ story now?
Do your LJ.
No, let's talk about RJ.
Okay.
Hold on,
So-
Justin Cooper. Are we? So you're saying Justin Cooper? That was fine.
I feel like
Yeah,
it was
10-10.
better than fine. It was
Yes.
good, acceptable. I have no further comment. I don't want to criticize. I feel like it was he did
Yeah.
his job. Put it that way.
Okay, I think that's fair. I guess that's the thing. The Deegan thing was the only pathway Team USA really had to win was the 250 rider was going to have to beat Webster by a ton because the other two guys got to beat the Lawrence brothers by a ton. Good luck with that. So maybe it was an impossible task that he was given. Maybe that's what Hayden Deegan could have done, but I guess, yes, for Justin Cooper jumping in, 10-10 is about all he can ask
and
for.
second in the class.
Yeah, I guess that's all you can ask for. Yeah, but they needed to put insane points ahead of Webster on the board to have a shot.
RJ Corner.
I mean, he didn't have a good race. 7 crashes, I think, is
Yeah.
what Nathan Ramsey
7
told me.
crashes.
7 crashes. Now, having said that, if he stays up, USA still doesn't win.
Nope.
This isn't a Cooper Webb getting passed by Roman Febvre in Majora thing where the USA, So it is what it is. But yes, all summer long, what did we do? What did we talk about?
How much better he is. Improved. Nice guy.
There's no more RJ moments.
Yep.
Well, today he hit a TV camera.
He killed the TV camera. He killed it.
Is there video of this yet? Anyone
I
seen it?
haven't seen it.
Well,
I was standing right there. He kind of hit the bridge, and then somebody got
This
it.
is going
And
to be great video
yeah.
and audio right here as you guys react. Live reaction.
Well, while you're pulling that up, he also told me in my exclusive interview, this week he crashed so hard that he was ready to pull out. He said it was the day after J. Coop got confirmed to the 250. If it was a day earlier, he would have rung J. Coop and said 450. Off you go.
Yeah.
And then Deegs has to come back?
Yeah.
I wanted to go there, but
Yeah.
I was scared.
in my exclusive talk with Nathan Ramsey, he said he
the
was.
record button wasn't available?
He
or-
said he was hurt coming
Did
in.
anybody speak to anybody else, or just to you two?
Well, while you were messing around in a press conference with fans, we were out there getting scoops.
It's called grinding.
The chairs look lovely, but we were on our feet.
Wheeler and I were in the press conference,
Okay.
so we didn't get any exclusives. Okay, so we're going to get a live reaction to the RJ crash.
I don't
on
even
my
know where
phone.
it was. Oh,
Oh.
Where-
His face went right into the thing.
Where
his
is that?
His
That's
face
at
went in the
the
woods.
over the. If he'd gone a bit more to the right, he would have been in the river.
is it going into the woods?
Yes.
Into the woods?
So, I mean...
I didn't know he was hurt coming in. That showed a little bit.
Yeah,
Well-
because I said to him, your bike setup are terrible, very
Yeah.
kicky.
Yeah.
And he laughed and said, yes, it was. Again, not used to setting up a bike for this sort of track, but also I was riding really weird because I had to compensate and I wasn't really like distributing my weight
Oh, really?
correctly.
Oh,
Because
really?
he was favouring
Okay.
and whatever else.
Oh.
So, again, welcome to our sport. Would have been great to hear this maybe in a press conference on Friday.
Yep.
but
We're ready to
never
go,
mind.
I'm
Yep.
sure is what they said.
It's an admission
Yeah.
of weakness. It's not allowed, is it?
Can I do my story now? If I make it quick?
Well, I do want to say, considering that, he was good yesterday.
Yep,
He
very
was
good.
ripping, as he said here,
So-
in the exclusive press conference that only Wheeler and I attended. He said it was going good till it wasn't, and that really summed it up. Like, what did he go, from 10th to 2nd?
Second fastest lap
Yeah.
in Moto 2.
He was killing it.
He was second fastest
I'm
lap.
shocked
So,
he was hurt.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what it boils down to, I guess, is if you look at RJ and you say you've got a fast, hard pack, slick track, that's not RJ.
7 times.
There you go.
Okay,
My quick story?
go ahead.
So, anyways, back to RJ.
You hate my story that
No,
much?
I don't hate your story, but
You just don't want
I
it?
just want to wrap this
Oh,
up.
okay.
I just want to wrap this up.
It's RJ related.
But hang on, quickly, Team USA drew with France, same amount of points. So is this kind of like a 6 out of 10 performance overall?
That's too low.
Yeah, that's too low. That's too low.
They could have won. They were in contention to win, which I think is a bad no.
No.
Okay. So
They were
we don't
one-
agree with him. You don't agree with me.
They-
Weege, over to you.
No, they were not.
But better than a 6 out of 10?
Yes.
I would
Yeah.
go 7.5.
Yeah, I'm
sure.
down with that.
Sure.
7.5.
Yep.
Yes.
Suck it, Adam.
When I spoke to RJ in my exclusive interview, he seemed bummed. A little, typical Team USA, we lost. Press conference vibes. What is it? Subdued?
No, it wasn't that bad. I
I
think.
feel like they were proud
Yeah,
of the
I-
effort. Yeah.
yeah.
Was Eli a class act?
Was Eli
Absolutely.
nodding or shaking his head?
Eli?
Yes.
Neither.
Oh.
I didn't see any head movement.
So
Oh,
Eli,
that's bad.
Eli
Oh,
is
but
Eli 1 and
in an
4?
exclusive that
Oh.
you didn't see, they did have all these trophies. I don't know if you were still here at the very end when
Yep.
Jorge Vargas, Jorge?
Oh, you
George.
said, I
George?
almost leapt out.
Oh, yes.
I like
We're
the,
not doing proud of
the
it.
pronunciation
George
on the
Jorge.
podium was George Vegas,
No,
which
here.
I thought was great.
Yeah,
Yes,
they called
yeah.
him George, but it is
Yeah, that's how he likes to be called, George.
George or Jorge?
George.
George, they were up there taking photos. He was cracking Eli Tomac up. Eli is beside himself with laughter talking to George Vargas. The comic stylings of the FIM president had Eli in stitches.
Well, if we
For
know
what
one
it's
thing,
worth.
it's another. It's George Vargas. Has
Yeah.
got a funny bone.
George-
Eli going, man.
Program.
Yeah.
George Villegas is how you say his name. He likes to
Okay.
do selfies. He's like famous for doing his selfies on the podium. He does it everywhere. MotoGP,
Oh, so
whatever
is
event
Eli.
he goes to. So that was it. But I thought Eli was actually most impressed by the press conference when this huge spider started dangling down from the ceiling. And one of the MX Sports staff took a chair, held it up, and swatted it to the other side of the room.
fucking sport, I tell ya.
Eli was just over the moon with that.
This sounds like the coolest thing I've seen all day.
You guys, this is what you miss with all your exclusives.
Exclusive spider watch.
Yeah.
Okay, so my very quick story.
Okay.
I'll wrap it up in a minute.
Okay.
On pulp after Ironman National ties in lovely. We had the PR Power rankings, which made everyone mad, but some people happy.
It actually made someone so mad that they came up to me and was like, "What is up with Lewis?" And I backed you. I backed you.
And I later fixed that and got that
No.
person to apologise to me.
Okay.
But we're back by popular demand, so I'm waiting for RJ. Behind Mitch Kendra of Racer X, it all comes around.
Top journalist.
Top journalist. Better the exclusives he's working on right now. So I'm in line, waiting. The Yamaha, for some reason, PR girl, is next to me in a Team USA garb. Doesn't say anything to me. Can see I'm waiting for RJ. We're stood there for 3 to 4 minutes. No words are said, I'm quite clearly in line. Mitch finishes his interview. She steps in front of me and says, RJ, you want to leave, don't you? You're done now. You don't have to do anything more. And RJ looked at her and went, no, I'll talk to Lewis. And then kind of like sidestepped her and was like, hey, And I was like, yeah, hi RJ, that's super weird.
This is the Yamaha person.
The Yamaha
Yeah.
are now bleeding into Team USA. The PR stuff must be stopped at all costs.
Oh.
This is a pandemic.
Oh,
This is a blacklist.
Hey,
I wouldn't talk to you either.
I'm in line. Hey, RJ's done a lot of interviews. Do you mind? No problem. Hey, can you keep it to 2 questions? No problem. In the end, I went for 7 minutes. Fuck it.
oh wow.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
Power move.
Who
Yeah.
laughs last?
Laughs last. Yeah. Yep.
Anything
Laughs
Left-
longest.
left on Team USA? Are we done with Team USA?
Yeah.
Eli was classy.
Eli rode really good today.
Or no beast mode?
I don't want to. I'm so over beast mode. I'm so over the announcers and beast mode.
I did not know this.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
like he has had some amazing rides. 10 off the top of my head where he just blew everybody away and dug deep. We now just call like, hey, he's a half a second faster than Coonan. He's going beast mode. No. He's just a little better than.
He's
than
found a
Coonan.
different line.
Yeah, he's not. Are you with me on this?
I don't hear what they're saying. They do this all the time?
All the time.
Oh, I did not. I would be upset if I heard
All
that
the
all
time.
the time, too.
Anything. If Eli's even the slightest faster,
Oh,
it's
God,
beast mode. And you're like, no, dude. You're shitting on beast mode. You're shitting on the very thing that made it.
That's not.
I have an Eli point,
Okay.
and then we're done with Team USA.
No. I have one racing question as well.
Okay.
Would your Team USA would have done better with Deegan?
Yes.
Yes.
Deegs bike does Deegs things. That needs to stop as well. Let's take this table to Yamaha and address some issues.
Okay.
There's a lot.
Okay.
There's a lot going on, and then we can tackle the Yamaha Europe situation.
I like Duff.
Deegs bike does Deegs things.
I like Duff.
Second in MX2. You have your answer. Deegs bike does Deegs things. Doesn't win MX2.
Whoa.
Case closed.
Whoa. I just
Okay.
think we have seen. You're saying what you've heard is that this track was probably going to be pretty tough for anyone to be unbelievable on a 250. That's kind of what you heard. But we have seen through the years some 250 guys put in unbelievable rides, Roxon, or going back to the 125 days, whatever. And I'm like, I would think it's in range for Deegan to have an unbelievable a third or something, and that really changes the paradigm. Maybe that's not realistic, and maybe that's not what he would have done. But I feel like it was on the table.
Well, wasn't the
And
question?
Justin Cooper got 10th.
Wasn't the question? Does he do better? It wasn't. The question wasn't. Does USA win? Right?
No, it was would Team USA have been better with Deegan on
Yes,
board?
yes,
Yeah, they would
yes,
Would have been
100%.
closer.
And
to-
they would.
But they would not have won.
No.
We've done Hurling's Corner. Would we not have done better with Chase instead of Deegan? Like, keep J Coop on a 250 and put Chase in place of RJ?
Yeah, but then that's
biggest
going too far now because Deegan was
Okay.
you know,
Yeah. Cool.
Here's why I think
cool,
the Deegan
Lewis.
thing is different than Chase. Chase crashed. Crashes happen. We have very rarely seen a rider basically injure himself and take himself out of the event, so that's why I think the Deegan question has to be asked. Chase just crashed. Hey, it happens, man.
and it was one of many crashes, really, to the point where you thought he's done, he's finished with this motorbike. So I don't think
Yeah.
Chase on a KTM here
Yeah.
could have swung either way. You know.
Anyway, Adam's done with his podcast now.
Wow.
Sorry, Lewis. Sorry.
I mean, Chase
final-
would have been better than RJ. Come on.
Okay.
Thank
Also,
you.
I need to say we're done with Team USA.
No, I'm waiting in line with my Eli point.
No, I'm
But
done.
it's,
We're
it's
done.
a good story.
Okay.
In my,
Is this a spider?
no, in my exclusive interview with Liam Everts. I'm not going to spoil it. In my first of 2 exclusive interviews with Liam Everts this evening.
Wow.
There's 2 tonight. It's a lot.
Okay.
Wow.
I asked him
Weege,
about-
afterwards, do you want to do an exclusive interview with me, and I'll do an exclusive
Yeah, then
interview
we'll
with you?
finally have some exclusives.
I said to him, Eli was behind you and revving the shit out of that Yamaha. Thoughts? First of all, he said, Eli's my hero. So it was super cool. Second of all, I was thinking, what the fuck do you want me to do? Do you want me to pull over? What the hell is
No,
going
that's what Eli does. Yeah, exactly,
Like,
right?
Liam literally
Yeah.
said he was riding around going like, does he think I'm a back marker? Like, what is going
That
on?
is funny.
Like, and you almost blocked that story.
That's funny. That's a
Okay.
funny story.
So Australia
Okay,
first.
so there's no doubt the Coonans opened some eyes, but then they resorted, like when you got a pet tiger and you have it and it's really nice and you rub its belly and everything else, but then it bites you. You're like, what happened? The tiger went tiger. It bit you. And so the Coonans did what they, I mean, Lucas has been better this year for sure.
Yeah, he fixed it.
But they did what they did and they kind of threw it away.
I spoke to Lucas after the race. He said that they made a mistake with the base setting of the bike. He said, we came here with a base setting that we've used all through the GP season. but it was too soft. And he said we didn't have enough track time to really work on it and take it in a different direction. So he said I didn't find my flow. He says I wasn't getting out of the corners like I wanted to. Having said all that, he was pretty high up. I mean, what was he, second in the first moto? He was running top 3 in the second outing. And then they had that crash where he said he tucked the front, but it must have flipped the bike because it ripped his seat off.
The fender was broken.
Yeah. So, but,
they could have easily been on the podium.
The podium was a lock. I think they could have won. No?
No.
I think they might have been the second. I think they might have been the second best team.
Yeah.
I would say without doubt they were the second best team. The win was there, no?
And then don't forget, Lucas last year crashed out too.
I did say look out for Liam Everts on the 450. I feel a little bit vindicated by that because I thought he was pretty good.
In the second of my 2 exclusive interviews with Liam, I was trying to get him to move up, and he's having none of it. Does not want to move up.
He's still, 20 years old?
He's got 2 years left.
So he's 21.
He plans to use that till its fullest.
Okay.
So I think a lot of American fans here were probably like, oh, look, I heard of these guys, or I saw their name, but wow, they're impressive. But they went Tiger.
Who was more impressive, Lucas or Sasha?
Lucas.
Lucas.
I think Sasha.
Okay.
No, because he was injured in the second moto he had, and in the first one, of course, he did what Sasha tends to do: look fast, but then be crashy.
Yeah, but I'm holding on to the first half of the first moto where he was a top MX2 guy, looking strong.
No, I think you're influenced by the qualifying heat win, which was good, but then Zach Osborne also won a qualifying heat on a 450 at Donington Park. The next day he wasn't really anywhere.
Zach slander. We fit it all in. Yeah.
Well, Zach did say that it's called the Motocross Des Nations, so I didn't like that kind of claim.
Zach likes to tell me about how he beat Tim Ferry in that race, which I don't even remember. But.
He did. Oh, you don't? Oh,
no.
Interesting.
But, and then, so, of course, Glenn Koldenhoff didn't get to race at all. So, we're talking Belgium.
Wow. Do you want to let the Lewis and Adam side handle this?
No.
Okay.
They are next-door neighbours, to be fair, the Netherlands and Belgium.
Also, we spent a lot of time in the Netherlands pit box, very animated about Belgium's movements.
Yeah, they're neighbors, I guess. So they still their kinship. Is that what it was?
I don't know.
They were really getting pumped in the Netherlands box for the Belgians.
Well, their hopes evaporated before even midday yesterday. So I guess
and that was also controversial because Koldenhoff apparently wanted to try to race.
No,
but according to the FIM regulations, he had too much medicinal treatment.
Morphine.
Whatever it was. And that kind of ruled him out. But it was 50-50. And, props to Koldenhoff for coming back from the hospital and wanting to try to race.
Yeah, nothing is broken. He was always going to skip warm-up, but wanted to start the first moto. And even if he pulled off, I guess that's advantageous in the results.
Somebody told me that the results go by, if you have 5 scores, you automatically beat any other team that has less than 5 scores. So it's better to have, if you have an injured guy, have him roll 1 lap, and you'll automatically beat any other team that only had 2 riders.
Yeah, I guess if you have a rider who doesn't compete at all, you're restricted to... You're basically not classified in the actual standings.
A team could get last in every moto, but if they get 5 scores, they still beat you, even if they don't beat you with the math. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
The teams with 5 finishes
you start
are automatically ahead of anyone else.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah, and again, this is a reason why this was a bit of a flat nations, because the Netherlands were contenders to win, Germany were contenders to podium, and those 2 teams were ruled out early doors.
In my exclusive interview with Ken Roxon, speaking of Germany, he said that he came in feeling a little underprepared, and that he's like, both motos, he's like, it felt good to dig, but man, it sucked. He said it really sucked because he already knew Simon was out, Simon was out, and so he's just like, you got no chance, you got no hope, and now you fall, and now what do you do? But he was happy with his riding, but because he dug deep.
Simon update, Adam?
Simon, as people probably saw, fell in the first corner. Didn't even get around the first corner. He said he was run over by 2 other bikes. Went for a check on his left shoulder, and when I last saw him, he was moving very gingerly, but nothing broken. But not a good end to the season for the MX2 World Champ.
Lagenfelder is the new Caroli, where the nations just doesn't work for him. No matter what he does.
Well, Cairoli had one disastrous year, then he would have an amazing year. I mean, Tuchentau, I think he went 1-1.
Yeah, but it took that long. First Nations was 04. I think 2012 was his first.
Well, he broke his wrist, I think, in 08 and 05.
Like his handlebar in St. Jean.
Yeah. And in Latvia, I think he injured himself.
Yep.
So
06 he was good.
In my exclusive interview with Tony Caroli today, he said...
I also interviewed Tony Caroli.
Not so exclusive.
Oh, non-exclusive.
Yes.
Non-exclusive.
He said he was going to do some American races next year on the
Which you
Ducati.
found out- I overheard this interview, and you said to Tony, I heard from someone you're doing more races next year, and I'm stood behind you going, that's me that told you that.
No one knows. No one really remembers. It's up in the ether. And then
Weege, have you
also,
got some boxing gloves down your side? Because I
was
can
su-
feel some out here.
Racetrack side's killing it right now.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, bro.
And then I was surprised that Tony,
MotoGP side is loving life also.
I was surprised that Tony said that their bike is still a ways off. He really did. I was asking about the bike and the development, and he's like, it's still a ways off, and you know, it's needs more torque, it needs more work. And then Jeremy Sewer, another exclusive, told me about it didn't seem like either rider is super stoked on that Ducati right now.
Is it true he had a fractured wrist?
He went into depth about his hand injury in my interview, but it's Tony, a little long-winded. We went through his last 7 hand injuries, why this is different. The old one's never healed. I don't know. He's had hand injuries before. It's the same hand.
Yeah, Tony has
And then
previous...
I said to Tony, have you talked to any American riders about this bike? And he said, yes, I've talked to Barsha a whole lot.
Oh, okay. I'm like, so that's an exclusive.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't think I wasn't going there, but that's good. So I didn't mention Dylan, but he did say that, he thought the higher revving bike would suit Barsha, but he wasn't sure about the way he rides it.
On that note, I also said to Maxime Renault, is this your last race with Yamaha? And he was saying he's ready for change.
Oh, he said that on record.
I have that on record. On my exclusive
That is
interview.
the biggest exclusive of the
No.
night.
I had exclusive with Tim Geiser, and I said, hey, you're leaving Honda. Well, I guess that's not. He put out a post.
Did he?
Tim put out a post. Yeah.
I had an interview with Tim as well, and he said, I finished.
Non-exclusive.
I started racing with Honda at the end of 2013. It's been a great journey together. Yeah, so
I was trying to get Tim to say something about Yamaha, and he wasn't going there.
No.
But
he was saying goodbye to Honda, but he wasn't saying hello, Blue.
Right.
To be clear, both Hurlings and Geyser, it's January the 1st for the announcement, so we're going to be waiting a very long time.
Exclusively, I saw Lars got a HRC shirt. Lars Lindstrom. You guys familiar?
Oh, does a lot of interviews.
I got an interview with him.
I did too. I wanted to claim it.
Oh, sorry, Weege.
I don't talk to that
I might have
loser.
deleted it by accident.
Exclusive.
I'm not happy with him right now because I had 2 fans tell me that Lars told him all about the whole shot contest that I lost and gave a lot of information. So I'm not happy.
Okay.
But anyways, Lars signed got everybody on the staff to say thank you to Tim, with a team shirt, a signed team shirt, and then Tim wrote a jersey and gave it to Lars for all his thanks. So it was really cool. Like you can tell that there's appreciation on the USA side towards Tim and back. So
It's classy.
yeah.
Classy.
The Tim to Yamaha thing is intriguing because in my return to the MXGP paddock and catching up with people from all teams, every single person is talking shit on Yamaha in the European side. Engine's terrible, team has no guidance, needs an overhaul, no one's happy.
Management not happy. Management not happy either.
Well, who did you speak to?
Team management.
Hans Corvus?
No, somebody else. But there's discontent amongst the ranks.
So also,
There's too much GP stuff from the GP side over here. We're talking Disnations.
no, but
sorry,
this is
yeah.
interesting. So
This is the fabric of the sport.
I mean,
though,
but
Steve.
this is Christmas.
It's context.
This is Christmas for Luke. For Lou, this is what he's wanted all year.
Renault is trying to break his Yamaha contract to go to Ducati. We all know this. Renault has told Ducati, I'm out, I'm free. Let's go. Ducati, someone in the ether asked Yamaha, and Yamaha went, no. We're taking him next year, and he has to pay upwards of 800 grand to get out.
Yamaha are digging their heels.
Yes.
Well, speaking of that, Prado's free to go. October 16th is what I
that
hear.
did happen. He
Yeah.
got out of the monster deal.
I think Prado's riding a KTM right now.
Well, maybe, but
Yes.
it's all done. Nobody's paying or they're not holding.
Okay,
there's
you
no
get
team
out of it.
tedder.
There's no tedder?
There's no tedder.
There's no tedder?
Well, I mean, there's no tedder for him.
Really?
Yeah.
I was here for it.
Who's next in line for the Tedder spot?
I don't know, but then
Hurlings, Geyser.
another person told me that, and I trust this person, but they told me Josh Hill is maybe for that second spot at Cowie.
Come on.
Dude, that's what I... Come on.
Someone, Guillaume will lose his fucking mind.
Yeah, I think Gio actually should have it in that case.
Why not just call Josh Grant instead?
In my exclusive...
Gilbert, maybe?
In my exclusive
Or
with
Josh
Guillaume,
Hansen.
with my exclusive with Guillaume, He said he had a good talk with the Cowie guys this weekend, and he told them
He's working them?
Yep, he told them if there's a 1% chance that I can have this ride, I will do whatever I have to.
Steve, that's outrageous.
You have to tell us who told you that.
Well, not,
I mean,
not
It's not outrageous if Josh Hill is the potential
But can't
other.
you see the idiots at Monster?
In general. In general.
Being like, hey, Cowie, we got a guy, and he,
I don't
like,
even
he's
mean
pretty
just Monster.
good.
I feel like you brought up Josh Grant. There's certain dudes that the industry will just never not think they're awesome. Like, there's no expiration date. I mean, Josh Hill can still probably go fast, but come on, dude.
I know.
Come on, dude.
So Prado's, we know he's not going to be a Red Bull athlete. We don't know what he's going to be wearing next
Well, he's
year.
got to wear a Red Bull helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a team deal.
Yeah.
But he's not going to have a personal deal.
Yeah, they're not paying him
Yeah.
on the side or anything like
So
that.
this is really like a speculative year, 2026 for Jorge Prado.
And Adam dropped another little nugget I was going to drop, but he's also pretty informed. Prado's Cowie deal was tied to his Fox deal. They were married.
Oh, wow.
No Cowie ride means Fox can go.
Or cut his pay.
Or cut or
Yeah.
whatever. So, as the butter churns.
Just to be clear, we all answered a lot of Prado questions this weekend from the industry, a lot of discussions, right? We all got engaged in that at different points.
Yep.
Yep.
We talked about it on the Racer X live show as
Okay,
well.
yep.
We asked Chad Reed.
Some of
you
us-
guys
some of us did.
tried to get an answer out of Chad Reed about it, and Chad was extremely diplomatic.
awesome.
And blocked it straight away.
Steve went at Chad. Got anything to say about Prado? No.
No, we got a lot of things,
Yeah.
good things to talk about here, he said.
That was the answer. There's two sides to every story. With Jorge
Circling back
Prado.
around and picking up some crumbs, the Yamaha thing in Europe, the reason why Fantic is so much better this year than they were last year is last year they were still on Yamaha supplied engines, got rid of them, did their own engine development, immediately a million times better.
I don't know. Did you see Tomac Teo on his Yamaha?
Okay, but European side exclusively, this is clear. I don't want to make anyone mad on the USA
So we got
side.
USA PR issues, but European bike
Team
issues.
So one would argue that the European side is maybe more important. Some would not.
I-
And back to Ducati, this was the first time that Caroli rode with the factory engine that they debuted in GPs around the halfway point.
Yes.
In private discussions with Sewer, he's told me it's no good, stock is better. Caroli.
Private talks. I definitely, Jeremy, in private talks that Jeremy definitely wouldn't want people to know.
Is this the
Let
point?
me tell you guys.
Is this the point where you announce the Ducati advertising deal, or
What is wrong with this guy?
It will make sense if you
In private talks that I'm saying into a microphone.
Right.
you let me finish, it'll make sense. Caroli, in my interview, I said, first time with the factory engine, he went, yeah, it's slow. Stock is better, it's slow, we need more power. So then I moved over to Jeremy and went, the factory engine is slow. And he went, I know! He was very happy to talk about this publicly. And also,
so Coiroli had to blow the whistle first?
yes,
Right.
and also,
yeah.
Jeremy, over the weekend, we started to fall back into our own ways because Saturdays with Sewer was fairly diplomatic.
Well, now it's Sundays with Steve, by the sounds
And
of
then
it.
Sunday-
I called him I called Lewis a loser, and he laughed and laughed. So I thought that was
So
pretty good. Yeah.
didn't he tell you that I should go back to Europe in a box?
In a box.
Is that like a coffin?
I don't know. I said, do you want Lewis back in Europe? And he said, yes. Put him in a box and ship him. What kind of box?
I don't know. Coffin
Anyway,
or
So Sewer started to become a bit looser today because he said they made a drastic shock change for the second moto, unlike anything that they've used all season. So it took him half the moto to get used to it. And he said that factory connection led the decision, and they told him that his feedback was exactly what they were thinking with the bike. And I went, oh, so you're a good test rider? And he went, yeah, it's funny. People this year have tried telling me I'm not a good test rider, but I guess that's a story for another day. And I was like,
Whoa.
oh, we are so fucking back.
Wow.
Lewis and Jeremy are back.
I tell you what, both Caroli and Jeremy Suver in my exclusive talks with them praised Factory Connection a lot.
Yes.
A lot. So,
Caroli does constantly.
I have a question coming back to Ironman, if that's okay, just to finish the
You want me
Ducati
to
thing.
talk about any more of my
No.
private conversations?
I want to know from you guys, who was the best rider that didn't have any kind of result with the team? My nominations: Joe Schmoder, Jan Pansar for Slovenia, and the third one has just popped out of my head. I was actually going to say Tim Geiger as well.
can I just say, I know nothing about Pankar.
Panzer.
Nothing.
Do you think RJ knows a lot about Panzer?
But
He doesn't help.
But whatchamacallit, Geyser told me that was the ride of his lifetime.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
agree. Yep.
So,
I think he's,
like, what's this guy's deal? I mean, he must have got tired of RJ going by him and then crashing and then going by him and crashing, but
he's kind of like the ultimate privateer story. I mean,
Okay.
he's going around the MXGPs pretty much on a private setup, stock bike with a couple of bits, supported by his family.
yeah, I've seen his name.
Yeah,
over the
yeah.
years, of course, yeah.
So it's real kind of like hand to mouth stuff. And
he
he's
was
been
great.
doing good in MXGP.
I
So
would
I was
say-
happy that he got the start. And I mean, the starts were everything. I mean, I was hearing two kind of speakers saying, "Yeah, we don't talk about the starts. We talk about where we finish." And I was thinking, well, there's a little bit of evidence here that if you do start quite well at this track, you're going to be quite high up the order. And Valentin Guillot started well,
Yeah.
couldn't really hold it. But then Panzer as well was like
Guillaume
evidence
had
you
some
can get
bike
out.
issues. So,
Also, Guillot admitted to me that he really wanted to prove a point to the
you got
GP
exclusive with Guillaume too?
No, this was in my private conversation.
Okay.
This
Oh.
was another private conversation.
God.
He really wanted to prove a point to the GP paddock, wanted to show how fast he was, and he maybe threw caution to the wind a little bit too much.
Jeremy was really happy for him. I asked Jeremy about Guillaume. He was very happy about him.
Overhearing your interview, you just spoke about Guillot to Jeremy for half the interview.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, Guillaume, man. It's a year of Guillaume.
Dude, he killed it. It was a
Right.
great year.
But Adam, isn't this sad that it took Guillot having an average year in America to get attention when this guy beat Hurling straight up? But that was irrelevant.
That was 2015. It was 10 years ago.
Boutron did too.
No, Boutron never did.
Boutron,
Okay. I thought Boutron beat Hurlings at some point. Weege,
Taking it back to the racetrack.
taking it back to
Joe
the race
Schmoder.
track.
We all ignored
Joe
Adam's
Schmoder.
question.
Joe Shimoda, first of all, in my exclusive interview with Lars Lindstrom, except for Adam Wheeler, Lars doesn't do a lot of interviews, so he was a tough get. He said there were so many people helping Team Australia that he said, I'm going to run the Japan channel on the headset, and I'm Team Japan today. So he was there for Joe.
I think Shane Drew was too.
Oh, really?
Shane
Okay.
was telling me a lot about
Yeah.
Joe's program.
And then there was the other Japanese rider. I was so scared. I saw somebody interview Joe. I think it was Swapmoto interviewed Joe on Friday, and they said, "How are your teammates?" And I was like, "Does Joe know who they are? And can he say their names?" I was scared, but he got through it.
Yeah.
It's very weird that
He
Joe's
did-
like, "There's two other guys." I
He
don't know.
did lap one of them in the second
Did he
moto.
lap
Yes,
one
he
of them?
lapped his team.
Lewis knows how to say their names.
Yeah, Adam commended me on my brilliant pronunciation yesterday,
Oh.
so I'm going to do it again now if I can find them in the results.
Oh, he's reading it.
11th, Yuki Okura, easy one, and Soya Nakajima.
Wow.
Yep.
Can you pronounce the name of the third Slovenian rider besides Panzer?
Jaka Pekla.
Whoa.
Jaka
He even
Pekla.
threw an accent in there. Shimoda was great, obviously. He did get tired.
Yeah, he got
He
tired.
admitted
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So my exclusive interview with him
Oh,
after the
jeez.
race, he said, I just got really tired.
Yeah.
And the bike's a lot. Joe went back to being old Joe in my interview. I don't know what happened to the Pulp Show Joe, where he said he's got the cat in him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Deegan and all. Like,
Yep.
I loved some of the lines he was taking. He seemed to find the longest way around the track, but he was just on the throttle with that thing, and I thought he must be getting so tired riding like that.
Yeah.
He wasn't like trying to ride 250 lines, but he was doing some really weird stuff, but it seemed to work.
he opened some eyes. Joe was really good. I mean, look, at one point I'm like, did anybody think Eli Tomac couldn't catch Joe Schmoda on a 450? Like, that's what I was thinking. Like, he got him, but like I was like,
Yeah, that
Dude,
actually was in play.
I'm like, Eli can't get him. Can't get him.
That
and
was
like,
in
that's
play.
crazy to think of that. Yeah.
I thought Liam Everts also got tired at the end of that second moto.
did.
No. In my exclusive interview, oh, wait, it's not. Because you did two?
I did too.
Damn it.
I thought you said you talked to Harry.
Both.
Oh.
Does anyone have a Harry Everts interview?
No.
An exclusive.
Didn't you say you lost it? Or
Unfortunately, the audio doesn't work. Damn it.
it was a fleeting
It was a
exclusive.
fleeting moment, yes. We talked about 74, 75. Liam did not get tired. Felt strong to the end, he told me.
So
He told
Liam,
me he did get
I want to nominate Liam
Wow.
as the most versatile rider of the Motocross of Nations. 250, 350, now 450.
No.
Come on,
Because
Steve.
his
Which other
manufacturer
riders?
happens to make it 350s, therefore he gets that
Maybe
title.
Hurlings has
There's
only
no
done
other
that.
350s out there, Adam.
Okay, all right.
He was pretty good today, I thought, Liam. And he also definitely got tired.
Okay, can we talk about France?
Oh.
Hold on.
Well, we should do because Matthes Fallon
But
did really
before-
well.
He was a really big surprise.
Yeah.
Okay, just
Lewis wants to go. Just think.
I thought,
the best thing about Belgium is you've got to remember this team could have won today. This is going to be the team for the next 15 years.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So this is an Australia that's brewing. And also, Liam said to me in my interview, yeah, we didn't have the A-team last year. This year we had it. And I was like, wow, I hope Gertz isn't listening to this. Is Gertz no longer A-team belt?
Is Stefan not around much?
So I
know
that
they-
because
okay.
Harry was here with Liam. I didn't see Stefan at
No.
all.
Me neither.
Me neither.
No exclusive interviews with Stefan?
No, but we can call him the day is young, the night is young. And then my favourite moment from my Liam Everts interview, which is hilarious to me. I know for a fact, through private conversations, he loves Nissan. It's an upgrade, really happy. So in my interview I said, tell me about this. He went, yeah, it's good. I really like the location of the workshop. I just left it there. So then when I interviewed Rasmus, I was like, yeah, your team's shit, but the location of the workshop is great.
What did you think of his easy ups? The MX2 winner pitted under an easy up this weekend.
Yeah.
And energy drink problems.
Yeah.
But traditionalists should rejoice. That's a hard word to say.
Yeah.
So, France. Good.
Yeah, Roman Febvre, another rider that's kind of like, yeah, I'm here, I'm almost semi-holiday, not too serious about it. But he was pretty good. I mean, he crashed in the first moto, rode around like he'd been firing out of a cannon, visorless. But yeah, it was good. And then Renault as well had a bit of a sore right ankle.
Renault was a so-so day, but
Yeah,
He hates his bike.
he's in a strange place. But Valin was good.
Yeah,
The Ricky
I think he was
Carmichael
better
award
than
winner.
he was expected to be.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
He was not a weak link, really.
in
What
my
happens-
exclusive with Roman, he told me he loves this Valin kid. 17.
They train
he works
together.
really hard. He trains hard. He said it gives him life. It gives him energy. He really talked a lot about this Valin kid and how much he likes him.
Do you know who Fevre also trains with? Ben Watson.
Okay.
Say anything about that?
Nope.
Okay. Probably wanted to keep that near and dear to his heart. Valan, though, what happened in the second moto? Because if he was that good with the 450s, I was expecting second moto.
It's
for
just
him
a
to
quick
carry-
turnaround, man. I think those guys were
Yeah.
feeling
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
think they were feeling it.
Especially first time, I guess.
Yeah.
Dude, it feels like the moto turnaround is quick at a national here when it doesn't have halftime. It's even quicker. What is it, 30 minutes? I think they get-
45, I think, officially finish to end. Finish to
Yeah,
start.
but I think they have 45 full minutes. There's an hour beginning to end with 45
Oh.
minutes total in America.
Okay.
This is 32 or something, I heard.
It's really tight. I mean,
Yeah.
I passed by the Red Bull KTM team after the first moto, and I saw Adamo sitting there sweating, and he kind of just glanced up as if to say, "Do not talk to me. Don't bother me because
Yeah.
I got like 10 minutes to eat this little bit of rice, and I need to get back out." It was
in
intense.
the first moto, I saw like 5 laps to go, a load of MX2 mechanics running back, and I was wondering what the hell was happening. Asked, and they were like, "Yeah, they're going back to prepare because we don't have enough time to turn around."
Yeah, it's tight. It's tight, and I think I caught up to a few guys for sure. By the way, motorsport.com, go through the banner on Pulp MX to help us out. OEM and aftermarket parts, great company. Motorsport.com, Renthal as well. That jerk-off Lars, his team uses Renthal products, but so does Kawasaki and so does KTM, and twin wall bars to sprockets, chains, all of it. And also thank you to the folks at Max's Tires. Jeremy McGrath had Max's Tire on to get runner-up in the whole shot contest.
Who won it?
Chad Reed.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. And Maxis.com, great mountain bike tires, also Weege on X.
Onyx Maps has 500,000 miles of trails mapped out for side-by-sides, dirt bikes, adventure bikes, mountain bikes, hiking, hunting. I know that's big for Lewis, probably.
I like hunting.
Yep.
Yeah, big hunter, and also Racer X. Subscribe to the mag.
Yeah.
We got a cell phone holder we'll give you. We got a lot of new gear we debuted at this race, brand awareness stuff.
And there'll be
Brand-
a Lucas Coonan feature in the next
brandware.
issue.
What's that?
There'll be a Lucas Coonan feature in the next issue.
Penned by a true.
Yeah, a
I mean,
real
a guy who's written a
journalist.
book.
Yep.
And
Yep.
had a Fevre one.
That's right.
Had
Yep.
a Fevre
Yep.
feature. Now a Coonan feature. Yeah. Read it in the pages of the magazine.
All right.
I feel like I'm being excluded a little bit. You're dragging Adam to this side of the table.
Yep.
I need maybe I can get dark up here.
If you're looking for something in print, be it book or magazine, Adam's your guy.
Race X and I go way back.
I'm glad, Adam.
Yeah.
Good for you.
That's the thing with Lewis. He doesn't understand. Lewis is too young to understand that us three are like the
That's true.
OGs.
That's true, man.
We're the OGs.
Yep.
Okay.
You got to be careful because in English, OG means own goal, which is kind of like a
No
you know.
one knows that.
Oh, what?
OG to me means OG.
All right.
Going down the line, where did Sweden finish?
Well, Gifting was not too bad, right? Was he top 5 in the
Rapid
class?
fire. Give me the best guess.
12th.
Sweden.
8.
Sweden.
7.
Did you know?
I looked it up because exclusive Isaac Gifting interview.
Ah.
Exclusive.
Steve wanted to, but was too scared.
Yeah.
No. Not scared. went over there.
Yeah.
Because I his GP this year where he almost won. I mean, that was crazy. And he's I don't know whatever happened to his Canada ride he was supposed to have. But anyways, I didn't know what he looked like.
Yeah.
So there was a bunch of guys there, and they're blonde, and they're younger men, and they're
all looking like.
I don't know which one's gifting, so I just turned around.
I had
If I was there, you may have just interviewed me.
Yeah, yeah,
blonde and
yeah,
younger.
yeah.
I had Scott Wallenberg, our
Oh.
publisher at Racer X,
Yeah, yeah.
huge Swede guy, bring me over to gifting. I said that GP was awesome. He said, no, that was terrible. And I said, yeah, but it was awesome. And he said, no, it was terrible. And I did not know that's who Jet Lawrence crashed with at the top of the Godzilla turn.
Yeah.
And then he had footage of it that he put on his social. You can go to giftings. I think that one was on Jet, from what I can tell.
Oh, really?
Like Jet, it was full. You wouldn't understand this. American NFL football style shoulder block tackle. The two lines came together, but they hit pretty hard.
When gifting was behind Jet in that moto in pit lane, a few people I was stood around were like, "It's going to be so Isaac Gifting to clean Jet out here."
Oh yeah, yeah.
No one anticipated the opposite.
From what I saw, Jet was just, I'm on the inside, I'm good, and didn't realize someone was out there that was still a little bit ahead of him, and that was the end of that.
Jet isn't familiar with other riders on the track. He's got his own room a lot of the time. It's a new experience.
Yeah.
Gifting said, when I got up and I saw it was Jet, he's like, why would Jet? I can understand some GP riders might want to do that to me, but why him? Yeah.
A hired gun, maybe.
So he understood the move, just not from Jet.
He was surprised
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
not a GP guy.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
But between Sweden in 7th, Brazil 12th, like there's some different results.
Yeah,
here.
career best for Brazil in my exclusive interview with Enzo Lopes. This is the best part of my interview with Enzo Lopes. I'm gonna put this on Twitter.
Oh, no.
And you know it who it involves.
Oh, shoot.
No,
Oh, no.
not her.
Not Phil.
Yes,
It does
Phil, but
involve
not
Phil.
her.
No, just
He
Phil.
said, Phil said you could stay at my house because he's going back to Club MX to train.
Really?
Yes.
For what?
For WSX.
Oh, okay.
Phil said, you come back to my house. And Enzo said, I got my 2 buddies with me. And Phil said, nope, only you. So Enzo said, well, I can't abandon my 2 buddies, so we'll stay somewhere else. And then I said, dude, he's in Australia. Just go break in. And then Enzo proceeded to give his address on the
No way.
on the interview.
How is that relevant to you saying break in?
Well, no, he knows his address to go break in.
Oh, okay.
So Phil's in Australia. Enzo and his 2 Brazilian buddies, I think, are going to break in.
Or some random fan.
Because
they know the owner of this house is
Yeah.
not on the continent.
Right.
So any fan right now.
But then Enzo said, he's got a Ring camera.
Oh.
So, Phil will be monitoring that from Australia.
So are you cutting this out of the interview? The address?
Yeah, I kind of did. I don't know if I worked that well, but I kind of. I think I cut out. It was really complicated to use, so I think the number's in there and then half of the name.
Well, it seems like you tried your best.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, it sounds like also it's your first time doing podcasts.
But
complicated.
But Enzo said, he was very happy about his ride.
He did kill it.
He had a clutch problem in one moto, in the second moto, but career best for Brazil.
I like how Phil has a fair point here. He gets really mad at Enzo for not racing, disappearing, not taking rides, whatever. But the nations, man,
Yeah.
no problem.
No, he'll be there.
Good last year.
Yeah. He
Yes.
was, yeah.
Phil is so mad.
Yeah.
Turning down money to not race things.
But
But I'll show up for the nations.
you look at you look at Sweden, you look at Brazil, Germany and Netherlands way back. So this open spot for countries, like if a country that is a colder climate that has some great riders but never quite puts it together, if they just could have made a main today, then with Germany and Netherlands issues,
really? Yeah. Yeah.
they maybe could have surprised
Maybe
a little
had
bit.
speed, but for
Yeah.
some reason it didn't
Yeah.
come together, and they
Right.
didn't even make the
and then
final.
they didn't even make the final. There's countries out there that could have really benefited from Germany and Netherlands.
When does the Motocross of Nations start to have a D final?
They don't even publish the results from the C final.
Oh.
Have you noticed this? It's
No.
a consistent theme. They just don't post results.
It's just filtering out.
And also, I know I was talking shit on Hari Koulis' wife.
yeah.
If you see her, can you apologize for me?
Okay, well,
Because she turns out she was very right.
she was.
On paper,
Yes.
they had the best team.
So we get here this morning. Canada and Estonia both in the B final. Only one's going to get in. I see Harry's wife carrying suspension and baby. That's what she does. And I was like, what happened? She's like, Telviku's bike had problems. We think we have it fixed. On paper, we should win. But on paper, you never know. But on paper, we should win. So I
After
immediately...
Kiefer got the map to him.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did get the map.
He did deliver the map.
Yeah, Kiefer got the map.
So I immediately find Steve and say, on paper, Estonia is going to beat Canada. The lap time started coming up from the warm-up. It was Canadians 1, 2, 3. But then Telvico to the top.
Ooh.
who lost to second. And I think you were rattled.
Yeah, they were much better. She called it. This
Yep.
woman called it.
Harry's wife,
Steve,
who you
can
had
you-
lunch with.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you confirm if Team Canada tried their best?
Yeah. There's interviews out there with the Canadian manager, and it was a good day, she said. Some
Yesterday.
ups and downs.
It's yesterday.
Yeah. But I think today she got interviewed again and said they tried their best again. So we're trying our best, and we got great catering, and we'll see you next year.
It's Canada, it's
catering.
Honduras, it's Israel. That's your
Yeah.
league you're
But
in.
you know, like, do you think this is gonna be a bit of my race tech rant? Like, literally, Weege said it because I was at the press conference. I think you said it, where the Japanese guy said, "Look, Joe's our best guy, and we're putting him in an MX3."
It's a great move. They put Joe in the open class.
But the manager came out and said that.
yeah. Either,
So-
or Joe did. I don't know. Somebody did.
Somebody did, because you want to get that. The MX3 is weaker, and
Yeah.
you want to get that lower score. Do you think at all anyone from Canada thought about that? Like, hey, Jess Pettis is our best guy by far. There's no questions.
Okay.
He's our best guy. Let's put him in MX3 and just try to get that low score.
Yeah, because I don't know. I'm just guessing. Could he get 6th, 5th?
No, but he
In
could get
open?
8th. He could get 8th to 10th.
Right. Instead of racing the faster guys and then getting 12th,
Right.
riding the exact same speed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So do you think anyone in Canada thought of this strategy? Nope. And we're back in the B main again.
If you were approached to be team manager, you're doing it, right?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
Just for the content?
Wouldn't
I
you
was
be
thinking
mildly
about this.
curious about doing it?
Look,
I was thinking about this.
the manager they have now does a really good job of raising money, and I think she works really hard to raise the money. And I think that's do I have the time to to do this, raising the money?
Yeah,
Raise money
probably.
for privateers and for injured riders.
I
and-
guess, but
Another YZ450F.
I mean, hey Yamaha, I'm back. Yeah, maybe I don't know, but she left off our best rider because of politics. Now he ended up destroying himself anyway, so he wouldn't have been on the team. But it's just another year of Canadian politics / underperformance, and I feel bad because Tanner Ward and Jess Pettis are friends of mine, and they're good kids and they're good dudes, but they underperformed, and here we are again.
But I had a banging quesadilla yesterday.
okay,
The
okay.
lunch at Canada was
Yeah, I'm
Exclusive.
glad.
and great.
I'm glad the food
Yes,
is great.
the food was
we
great.
do seem to have the amenities covered.
Yeah.
I second
Actually,
that.
on the catering note, I want to say thank you to Alpine Stars for giving us food throughout the weekend. They also showed off their Tech Air motocross airbag yesterday.
getting
Pretty
all-
comprehensive presentation.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was really cool. You had Chad Reed, you had Rick Johnson and Gautier Paulin speaking very eloquently and articulately about this technology. And give it a shot. Why not?
I've been riding in the Tech Air.
Oh,
Yeah.
and?
Yep.
You like it?
I've been riding in the Tech Air.
Haven't used it yet.
Best part of the presentation was Chad saying that he rides with a Tech Air, but hates the regular chest protector. It rides too high. You feel claustrophobic. It's terrible. I would never ride with it.
And he revealed
And then
the...
Alpine Stars guy going, but you were out front, so you didn't need it.
So
But for
you
the-
didn't need it. Trying to,
He
like,
said
hey,
for
Chad,
20
we still make other regular chest protectors.
Revelation. It perhaps wasn't the best panel because Reed said he had ridden 22 years without a chest protector, and then Gautier Paulin standing next to him, and he used to wear BMX knee pads.
Yeah.
He did instead of braces, which I kind of thought, well, this is not the best advocates for protection.
No,
here.
I will say this. I love it. I love the protection. I love the idea. It's hot. It runs hot. It really does. But that's it. Yeah.
It's remiss of us to not mention Latvia, top 10, and the biggest news of the entire Motocross of Nations, because we don't need Chase Sexton, we don't need Jeffrey Hurlings, we don't need Ben Watson. I met the organizer of the Latvian GP. He's familiar with my work, knows how much I support the country, met the team manager for Latvia, who thanked me for putting them on the map. I said no one would know who you are without me. He agreed. Potentially, they will have the Motocross of Nations in 2034.
I will be dead
Because-
by then. I will not be there.
On that
I will
note,
not be there.
they requested the nations. The next available slot is 2034. I said,
That's
what if I'm dead?
ridiculous. That's
2034.
ridiculous, Lewis. How can you have, eight
Well, think
nations
about it.
already
We've
filled?
We've got USA 31. I would presume that means France is 32. There's rumours of Australia 29. So there's only 30 and 33 that we don't really account for.
Yeah. So
but-
is
Are
it
we
true
gonna have
that
dirt
you
bike
changed
racing?
your name to Lewis Phillips with 2 S's on the end?
So
Okay.
I said to the man, what if I'm dead? And he said, if you're dead, didn't rule it out.
Yeah.
If you're dead, we will have a memorial for you at the 2034
Okay.
Motocross of Nations.
All right. Well,
So
sounds good.
I'm counting down already. Set your clocks.
Did Pauls give you an interview?
I missed
after
him.
the race?
I missed him.
Oh,
I'm
fantastic! Because
I'm so sad.
he told me he was not going to give you one.
I didn't see him. I'm gutted.
Well, I got one exclusive. Exclusive.
Did he
with
say
Paul's.
why?
What?
Did he say why? Had Lewis offended him in some way?
No. I made him say that. Like,
Oh,
hey, this is
okay.
the only one you're going to do, right?
On a similar note, I saw Kevin Strybos sat there, and I went, Kevin, and he just kept looking at his phone. I was like, Kevin? Continued to look at his phone. He was literally there. So I walked up to him and tapped him, and he just went, I don't talk to you anymore. I was like,
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Whoa. And then I said, can we talk about Lockett 2005? He said, we can talk about that.
Okay.
He said, I only talk to Sewer. I don't like any other Europeans. And because of that, he's taking a stand for the rest of Europe.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that's where we're at.
Ex-brand athlete, Kevin Strybos.
Moto winner in X-Brand.
I had a good chat with him by the track.
Fun fact, I enjoyed this fact. Kevin Strybos is still Belgium's last MXON Moto winner.
In Latvia 2014.
Yeah, it all
Well,
comes around.
that'll be over soon because Koonin was the real deal.
Yeah.
It's funny. So you're really tight now with the organizer. It
Yes.
could be a memorial for you at this event.
Yes.
Was that not the event you held as the standard of the good but not spectacular nations?
But I said to
Oh,
him,
Weege, well remembered. Well remembered.
Circling back
Yeah,
around.
circling back around. That's the one you held as like, okay.
I explained that, these were my exact words, I think it was too soon for us. I feel like in 2014 the world was still a bit unsure about Latvia,
Okay.
a bit close to Russia and all of those things.
Yeah.
I feel like the 2010s were too soon.
Yeah.
Right now is our sweet spot. We can capitalize. Somewhat agreed.
It was a banger after party.
And then I said, and let's not
Great.
forget, since 2014 I've done a lot of promotion for you, so the crowds are going to come in.
Oh, I see.
He agreed.
And Russia, really the reputation, much better now.
Yes,
Going great.
exactly.
Should be no problem
Should be.
now.
I mean, 2014,
This
tough.
is the
But
time.
Yeah.
yeah.
Listen, as we're coming to like the last
Strike
two...
when the iron is hot. Just, hey, man.
a little too close to Russia, but now.
Yeah. I mean,
Great.
now it's great.
I want to say, as we come to the last two laps of this podcast, is
We're
there
already
one
there,
thing?
dude. We are
We're on the
there.
last lap, right? What one thing would you do to this event to make it a bit better? Because I had a bit of a brainwave today, and I told you about this, Steve, when we were trackside. I think every single person that comes through the gate should get like
this
one.
Is ridiculous. This is
This
ridiculous.
this is a great idea.
Let him finish.
So every single, give me a chance, Lewis. Every single person that comes through the gate should get like this glossy sheet of paper or something with
This is
all
going-
the numbers and the names of the riders, because then it's like a crib sheet, so you can say, well, number 30 on a Kawasaki, who was that? Or number 46 on a KTM, who was that? Yeah, because people spend most of the day thinking, well, who is that guy? Where's he from? Why is he dressed like that? What, this special gear. And I think if you had something there where, like an old school program.
MX Sports will sell you that program for $30.
We don't. No.
$30.
It should come complimentary as you come in, and it could be backed by Fly Racing. Here's the Fly Racing rider guide to the event, and I think it'll make things much clearer for all the people coming into the track.
You're
So-
describing a program.
Adam,
I've been around.
Adam, it's not a bad idea, but it would literally be 62nd on my list of things that I would do to
Just
improve the
thinking of the
event.
fans. That's
Here's
all.
your ticket, and here's your laminate.
Yeah.
Here's your
We
ticket.
made a program at Racer X, but I don't know if it has that in it.
Yeah.
That's the
It has
point
a
of the
team.
program.
It is a team. Has
it a vegan in it?
Really well done team bios on some of the top teams by
Yeah.
a rider, AMA award-winning rider.
Okay.
But Weege,
Myself,
why
yeah.
would you want to carry a book? You just need
Yes.
a paper you can fold up, put in your pocket.
But the
and-
problem is, I'm not even sure that book has all those numbers in it. To be
Ah,
honest.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
The thing I would do is something that would never happen. I would have it every 2 years.
No,
I agree.
No,
I agree.
I will literally burn Dan alive if he does this.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Why? Why not? I think it's great. It
I
really
have
builds
had-
it up.
Aside from some down moments, an incredible weekend. And if you told me right now I have to wait 2 years for this again, I will kick off.
Okay.
Well, another thing I would do is stop particular venues having nations again less than, say, 7 years.
Yeah,
we
we're
go
going
to
back to
ONA, we
Erne.
should not go back to ONA or
We're going
Manly
back to
Basin.
Erne, everybody.
Are we doing Ironman in 28?
I don't know. Ask MX Sports.
Everyone
No,
is-
I don't believe. Well, maybe something flipped today, but I feel like last year they were very adamant of we are not saying the next one's Ironman. It could be, but I think they want to see how it went.
What's the
first.
one thing you would change?
I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I listened to your pod. It was actually very good, even though it was on Vital leading up to this event. Your preview.
Come and join this side of the table.
This guy
Lewis-
was so
Lewis and
pumped
Adam
up.
show.
I mean, Lewis was. We had a lot of races this year. I don't know if you know, but we just had the World Championship, the Super Bowl sport
don't,
in Las
don't.
Vegas.
I did hear
I
that.
knew
For me, it
you'd
was
say
very
that on
hard to get
purpose.
ramped back up. I'm like, how am I going to ramp it back up and get excited? But Lewis was infectious on this podcast. You said on like Monday it was already had the feels.
I was losing sleep.
Yes. Anyway, on this show, you mentioned, is the math too complicated? Now, I personally love the math. I think it's so different than any other race. I think it's cool. There's strategy. There's things you don't think about that matter. But you make a good point. How many people watching have a friggin' clue what's going on? It is, I don't want to change it because I love it, but you're right. Who knows what's even happening in these motos?
The big screen, more than one big screen, should be absolutely essential.
Just
and
math.
if that should be the first thing in front, say to One, to Australia, to whatever, Latvia, you need to have 2 to 3 massive big screens so we can show the crowd what's going on.
The math is what makes this event great.
It is.
The last moto, it flashed up on TV, Belgium were tied with Australia for the win. We all wrote them off, and it was like, oh, it's still possible. You never would have expected it. That unexpected math results is what keeps me in tune, gives me goosebumps, because so much throughout the year we know what the races are going to deliver. Yes, Jet Lawrence is probably going to win. Yes, this is probably going to happen. Yes, Jorge Prado probably will not qualify, or try to at least. We know all of this. The MXON,
We knew that was going to happen for sure.
The MXON upsets the apple cart and challenges everything that we consider normal.
Oh, and speaking of gifting and math,
30 minutes ago, yep.
gifting's pass on Renault
Yep.
gave USA second.
And won me money from Truman.
Okay,
Thank you, gifting.
Oh.
so gifting
What's your thing you
Gifting.
changed, Lewis?
gifting
Gifted Team USA.
second place.
Our guy, Scott Wallenberg, big Swedish guy again, he's like, you have to interview Gifting because he is the one that allowed Team USA to finish second. And I said, does that matter? I feel like there's 3 results you can get. Win, podium, or not good enough.
Yeah, nobody remembers.
Does second or third matter at all? The difference between second and third, does it mean anything?
I don't know.
I feel like there's win,
Yeah, if
podium.
it's tied, I don't think people
nothing.
really remember.
So I'm
that.
like, that's cool, but I don't know if the fans would have felt any different if Team USA got third or second. I don't think.
Right.
I don't think.
It's a win for the AMA is better crowd, having Australia and USA 2 years in a row.
Okay, you were out more in the. I was in the box thing. You were out in the masses a little more, maybe.
Yeah,
than
because
me?
I'm a man of the people.
Yes.
You were on the track alone,
just
away
standing
from the
there.
people.
I have a photo of you just standing there by yourself with your
Yeah,
arms
man of
folded.
the people,
yeah,
alone by himself.
not wearing your vest. I'm like, what is?
Yeah, that was a bit of rebellion. I was wearing. I looked
It
like
was
a
in
big.
my
I
pocket.
looked like a large tree ball mint.
Why did you you stood on the side of the start straight by yourself? No one there.
Yeah, because my friend Adam said, let's
Yeah.
go over to watch over there, and I went over there, and it completely sucked.
Oh, come on!
Oh,
it wasn't
okay.
that bad.
Horrific.
I saw Ajay Hemshah's crash.
Just one man. Just one man. Anyway, I was trying to pick up on.
I
who
was
the
with
crowd
all my friends.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, cut the dead weight.
Right.
Were there cheers from Americans for the Lawrences? I was trying to detect. Is there any point where
I
the
didn't.
know
Americans...
what?
I didn't notice any.
I
did not
didn't
happen?
notice any.
Okay.
I tweeted this.
Yeah.
They were cheering the shit out of Kenny when he was dead last
Really?
in the first moto. He was all
No
by-
way.
And they were leaning over the fence, dude.
No shit.
Yes, and I was like, that's cool. So,
I
but
was-
further to
yes,
your point,
yes.
the Lawrences, not
No.
really.
I was wondering, I'm like, look, they're going to win a lot. Learn to love it. So I am surprised that the American fans haven't started to say, F it. I'll just take that as a win for American racing.
Yep.
But it didn't happen today.
I didn't
clearly.
notice that, to be honest. I mean, not
It
saying it
didn't
didn't happen, but I didn't notice it.
No, I was trying to figure it out, but I was all on one side of the track.
Yeah.
Why not? Like, American fans, you're going to have to get used to this.
But Jay Lawrence is at some point going to be the ultimate anti-hero. People are going to be willing him to lose if it's not happening already.
So he was already that 2 years ago. He's actually in better graces than he was 2 years ago, I feel. Baby gift, perfect season. Tomac wasn't even racing.
Well,
Then he turned on the crowd. Then they turned on him. He's in a better spot with the fans now. But the Australian thing has not flipped yet, clearly.
Yeah, I'm at that point with Australia now where, similar to Team USA from 05 to 12, where I'm like, if Australia wins, that's expected, and we haven't really had anything to shout about. Anyone but Australia, and it's
Yeah.
a crazy story, and what an event. I'm
Yeah.
already there. We are, and I think we're entering a period similar to Team USA 05 to 11. I really do.
Except they had backup. As long as the Lawrences are healthy and race, there's no backup plan.
Yeah.
You know, Team USA, Carmichael's hurt, throw in Tedesco.
Burner.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
Hunter or Jet's out, hearing that they're going to have a donations potentially in Australia,
Yep.
I'm like, dear Lord, you better put them in bubble wrap. Can you imagine if Jet
Yeah.
breaks his leg 2 weeks before that race.
Yeah,
It's
neither
the only
Lawrence.
reason.
Yeah.
The only reason the races would be going there is for them, right?
I don't know. The government is backing the GP massively.
And I think
Oh,
the
really?
I think the
Yeah,
Aussies
GP.
I think the Aussies would also be all over Team USA and some other riders. I mean, the attendance at the MXGP kind of
Yeah.
proves that. I mean, okay, was the first one there in 24 years, but I mean, if a nation's in Australia for the first time since what 92,
Yeah.
then that's going to be big as well.
Can I answer your question,
Yes.
please? I wouldn't change a thing.
Oh,
I don't know
Lewis,
what
that's
you
a
could-
cop out.
I don't know what you could possibly
There must
change.
be one tweak that you kind of thought, actually, this would work to make this thing better.
I'd make Tim Ferry maybe the ambassador.
Did you go down Tim Ferry Street?
It looked really far away. I sent
Unbelievable.
So the only guy that was further was Jake Weimer, and I sent Jake a text. I said, "Good news." I sent him a photo. Good news, you got a street named
They did
after
it.
you at Ironman. The bad news, couldn't be any
You're
further
near
out there.
Chicago, which is 3
And then-
hours away.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
said, "LOL, I got sent that to me already. Better than nothing."
yeah, respect.
Right.
Although I wouldn't make a change, I think if there's one thing that I now want us to be conscious of, because I think this event has given us a valuable lesson, it's that we have to consider whether the track is competitive for 250s versus 450s. Arguably, this is the first time since I don't even know when, where there's been a clear difference, and I think that, going back to the very beginning, is why this event lacked something, because it was 450 heavy in the top 10, then 250s, and it just felt kind of like a GP or an AMA race. There wasn't that spice of the 250 guy running at the front, and then there's a massive point difference. It took that element away. Then, I know you hate the GP start, but the start being so fair took away that jeopardy, because the second moto specifically, Australia and USA had both of their guys inside of the doghouse.
Within
like 2
5,
gates.
it's crazy
Yeah.
how they got those picks.
So
Yeah.
again, it took away some of the, how is X rider going to do from the 24th gate pick? They've got to sweep in and come through. It took out all of that. And you saw it again in the races where last moto, Hunter and Jet, both near the front. Okay, Webster crashed both times, but he was up there heading into turn one. I feel like this track took away a lot of the spark of the nations, and we now need to be cognizant of whether the track will play to what the nations is meant to be.
I hate to say this, but all that's a good point.
Whoa.
Yes.
It pains me, but all those points are really valid.
Can I also make a crazy suggestion? Get rid of the 250s.
What?
Whoa.
Put everyone on 450s.
So I just said but you'd still have 3 riders. So you're
Yeah,
saying
still have 3
kind of
riders.
wolf,
Have exactly the same, but just get rid of the 250s.
but I think then we would just ignore the 250 riders and pick
No, you say
450 riders all the time.
put a 250 rider on a 450 or a 350.
I would support that from the side of I am forever hopeful that the sport will get to a point where we kind of stop giving 250s equal attention. The same press conference, the same coverage. I do think we need to go more to F1, F2, MotoGP, Moto2. So from that side, it supports what I want the sport to become a little bit, but other than that, I don't like it.
Wrapping this up,
I do have one.
Don't
more
get rid of the
rider point.
250s. On a normal year, that's one of the coolest parts. We also don't get 2 bikes in the same track ever. I don't want to lose that uniqueness. But yes, this year it was basically like, yep, everyone's going to throw away their 250 score.
Yep.
Just write it off. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, top 250 was an 8th place. There wasn't anything higher than that. I bet if we look, that hasn't happened at a Nations in a very long time. Bringing this all back to Hurlings. Spoke to Vlanderen.
Really? Not even here.
Spoke to Vlanderen.
Lewis, you need to fly back to Europe tomorrow.
No, this is my last point. This is important. Spoke to Vlanderen, said, look, there's been a lot of talk about should Hurlings be here, why isn't he here, did that get to you? He said 100%. I've had some horrific DMs that I took Hurlings' place and what am I doing? He said it really put a downer, and I'm kind of pissed that Hurlings and the KMNV haven't just come out and said what the truth is, because it would stop all of this.
oh yeah,
And he said
Yeah.
the press conference where Barry Bazza, sounds like a darts player, sat up here and immediately silenced any question of that,
Yep.
ruined it, because Calvin was hoping that was going to be the moment where
Well,
bullshit would stop and there
yeah.
would be some clarity around the situation.
We were ready to ask the question, but such was the statement that you kind of thought, well, okay, nobody's really going to talk anymore about that. And then it's a kind of disrespectful anyway to the 3 Dutch riders there by saying, well, why isn't there another Dutch rider on the team? So it's a very awkward situation. But, that's good information, Lewis.
Thank you, Adam. And my final point, this may have been, I think, from everyone I spoke to, this was Glenn Koldenhoff's final race of his professional career.
Wait, what?
The America thing isn't working out. The teams are only
Something will
interested-
come up. Something will come up.
What? The teams in America are only interested if he does Supercross, and outdoor options don't pay any money. The only GP option is Ducati. He doesn't want to develop a bike. Renault will probably end up there. There's nothing there. A fill-in ride, sure. Someone made a brilliant point to me today that Husky America should say, hey, Malcolm, take the summer off. Koldenoff will come in. We'll give Koldenoff some sort of testing role for MXGP and America all spring, which would bring the two closer together. I said that sounded like a good idea, but apart from some sort of a regular role like that, I don't know what Koldenoff does. And if he's gone out without any sort of celebration, I feel sad for Glenn.
Why is his Fanatic deal up when he got third in the World Championship and rode great?
Because Fantic are changing teams.
So they have their own guys?
No. So Fantic is currently Wilvo, which is endless money.
Louis Vosters.
Brilliant resources. It's going to Jackie Martins, which is the opposite. So Fantic is very much, again, what I said, last year Fantic used Yamaha engines.
Yeah.
This year they were Wilvo engines.
Yeah.
That's why they're better. So they're losing that element because someone I spoke to today said that Fantic have to give all of the data and parts that Wilvo manufactured back to Wilvo. They can't take any of that with them. So I know in talking and helping some riders with deals, everyone is so nervous of what Fantic is because the feeling is it's going to become, sorry not sorry, another beta.
Wow.
Whoa.
Shots fired.
But why can't he ride for that?
He doesn't want him. He wants to be competitive.
Okay.
They did try to keep him, didn't they? They made quite a good effort to keep him around.
Fantic, I don't think, have the money that Glenn wants either to pay him.
I think
there goes the great Ray Archer, by the way. What a legend.
I'm
what
so
a
happy
legend.
to see Ray again. And I hope that I see him again.
When did that man start shooting photos in European motocross?
When did you start shooting photos? What year?
Here he comes.
The 80s.
In the 80s. Yeah.
Okay.
And still, without doubt, the best photographer in
Ray,
the sport.
there's 10 years in the 80s. Can you narrow it down at all? Okay. No.
He just waved you
He
off.
can't. He can't. Because 1989?
You were
or
dismissed.
1980.
And now we have a Fantic person, too.
1980 or 1989? I mean, it is a big difference there.
That's 10 whole
Everybody's
years.
leaving, Lewis. I think we should maybe
All right,
wrap things
Ray's
up.
a legend.
Anything else that
Ray
we missed?
with the wash bay.
Okay.
I'm going to forever remember Ray for the wash bay and almost dying.
I want to end on this because I enjoy doing this.
Flyracing.com, Renthal, Maxxis, Motorsport.com, OnX Maps,
Thank you
Racer
to
X.
Polosport, the APT, Unbreakable Levers, and Prox Racing Parts, your number one source of aftermarket parts that will take your stock bike to factory level, a cost-effective solution.
Oh, well, just that's all that Koldenoff needs.
Exactly.
Just put a Prox piston in, we're
You
good.
missed it on the MXGP podcast, but Ben Watson's chain snapped at one point this year.
Jeez, yeah.
And I said on the podcast, seeing as Beta don't give a crap, what I will do is go on Prox and order every single chain they have for a Beta and send them to the team to help out.
There you go.
That's what Prox can offer. My final point, final question, I like doing this. Down the panel, favourite conversation you had this weekend, one person you didn't talk to that you wish you had.
Can you come back to me, please?
Okay, starting on this end, favourite conversation you had this weekend, person you didn't talk to that you wish you had.
One goal and one goal only was to meet the Coonans, talk to the Coonans, interview the Coonans. I did that. So I did it.
Yep.
And I did not talk to anyone at Coway with anything to do with Prado, so I feel like I missed out on this Prado party you guys had all weekend.
Okay. Steve?
I've been racking my mind since you
back
said
to
that.
Adam.
Best conversation. I had a really nice interview with Kai de Wolf about his season and his plans for the future, which I cannot say anything about yet.
Exclusive, the PR about his plans for 2026 is this week.
Yes, he made a decision on Saturday morning about what he's doing.
Who did he say?
Kai de Wolf.
Oh.
And also, Kai de Wolf told me in my exclusive interview, he thinks he's doing more Supercross this off-season. Paris, interested in that. Then I interviewed Rasmus. Rasmus had never heard of any of this. So, but the location of the team is great.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Easy up.
Person you didn't talk to. That
Person I
you
didn't talk to. I actually wanted to bump into RV to ask him some stuff, but I didn't.
Oh, God, dude.
Ow.
I wish
RV.
I had never run into RV at all. Right?
Yeah, that was all the qualifying races we watched with him.
Well,
It's
not
just
only
like,
that,
bro.
I had an exclusive meeting with some Yamaha people about some stuff, and he comes into motorhome and is like, "What are you dicks up to?" and we're talking, and he's just like, "Are you taking my money? Are you taking my?" I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here, dude! Get out of here!" Then he's like, "I'm looking for dickhead. I'm looking for dickhead." Bradshaw. And then he just,
Right, okay.
and then he just I like
the incredible Lorenzo Resta leaves.
Okay, so you guys are going to laugh at my conversation that Oh, I interrupted your conversation. You wish you would have had RV.
Yeah, well,
no,
I-
you
I-
don't.
your turn.
And I had
No, you don't.
30 seconds rudely cut off by the Cooners with Ryan Dungey, which was a shame.
Well, Ryan Dungey known for cutting people off, being rude. Just
I never saw Dunge. You guys are going to
Dunge a
laugh
little
about,
bit.
about my favorite conversation because it's, it was with Lars and Kenny.
Oh, God.
Friggin' Lars.
So basically, the nations was irrelevant.
Lars.
You could have gone to St. Louis.
I could have went to Corona, California, and had the
Lars.
conversation. But I don't know what Kenny was doing, but he was hanging out, and we were talking for a while, and it was really interesting stuff. And then Frankie from KTM came over and gave us all barbecue sandwiches because he was going to throw them away. So we were munching on. Kenny wasn't eating the barbecue, but Lars and I were. So that was my favorite conversation, just because it was just like. It was Prado, and it was it was all everything. So that was pretty good. And one person I wish I had talked to, I can't think of any Europeans that I know that I didn't talk to. Like I saw Harry Nolte, who I was like catching up with. Rasmus is awesome. Auntie and I were watching the races together. I saw Tony Caroli, which I always like. Tony and Jill, they're incredible people. So that was really awesome to talk to them. I'm going to go with Mitch Payton.
Mitch.
I didn't see Mitch.
He was not.
He wasn't
not
here.
in
He wasn't
attendance.
here.
He wasn't
Yeah,
here.
I
MXON
enjoyed.
is wasted on you.
Kind of. Right.
I enjoyed on our. We did the live shows for the crowd. Thank you, Adam Wheeler, for coming by. Steve, you did the majority of it, but they kicked you out at the end for Tedesco.
So Tedesco at the Alpine Star tent. He's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, Matthes, you're not mad about that another ride?" I'm like, "No."
You're Ivan
He
Tedesco, man.
I go, "No, dude. I
Yeah.
thought you were with another person, and we were going to bring 2 and 2 and 2."
Yeah.
So no.
They kept saying we got 3. Get Steve out of there.
Yeah.
We got.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Anyways.
we had RJ and Wardy on there, and I think at this point, there's no way there's an RJ and Wardy story that I don't know
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
But they talked about in Finland one year, Wardy knocked himself out on Saturday. He was out for 3 minutes, and DeCoster's like, RJ, you got to take Wardy in your hotel tonight, and don't let him sleep for more than an hour, because if he does, he's already been knocked out today. He could die. And he's got a race tomorrow.
So, like, is there no mechanics or staff? The other rider has to do it. So RJ would be like, "Wardy,
Every hour.
okay," and like this is before the Nightmare Across the Nations.
So Wardy races the next day, throws up all night, throws up all morning, throws up in the motos, throws up after the motos, and Team USA prevails.
No, they threw up all day. A guy gave him a caffeine pill.
Oh, at the before the final
Before
moto.
the final moto, he gave him
Some
a
guy
massive
gave him some
caffeine
crazy pill.
Some crazy pill that made him throw up. After both of them threw up after the moto.
But during the moto, he was fine.
Fine.
Yes.
Good story.
It's the old school.
Yeah,
No concussion protocol
it's-
whatsoever.
It's phenomenal.
1984.
Yeah.
Ray Archer might have been shooting.
Yep.
We don't know.
Yep.
Finally, my picks. Person I didn't catch up with, honestly. I did a fucking good job of socialising this weekend. Hard for me. Awkward. Shy. I even spoke to Mattia Guadagnini and Thomas Kier Olsen, people that I never would have felt I spoke with.
good for you.
Got Strybos, had some good meetings, spoke to Rasmus 17 million times.
And who did you miss?
The best... No, that was the answer to that. I
Oh.
didn't miss anyone.
Oh,
I
right.
feel like
Oh,
a
okay.
genuine-
I spoke to the JGRWP guy.
Jared Keller.
Oh,
Forget his name.
He listens to this podcast.
Local
Okay.
product.
Yep.
Which
Nice guy.
podcast? That
Crawfordsville
podcast
native.
or this
Yeah, both of
podcast?
them.
Oh, right. Okay.
My favourite conversation. Wow. Honestly, Liam Evans was really good in the interviews. Rasmus is always great.
Oh, an interview isn't a conversation.
No, that's true. I love Strybos. I don't know why.
Oh, you said he just completely
Yeah,
ignored
but
you.
that's the European, funny, friendly thing, isn't it? Like, hey, you're a fucking idiot. I know I am.
Oh, okay.
So Strybos probably had a great talk with Dan, as I said, 45 minutes. We put the world...
Oh, I talked
Right.
to Dan too.
Yep.
Yep. Good guy.
Poor,
Good guy.
poor David. Poor David.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even know who my favourite was. I just missed Jeffrey and I missed Chase. Text Chase today. Text Jeffrey. Stayed in touch.
You had
No. Chase only wanted to know if your MXGP password was going to work.
Unfortunately, Chase couldn't
True.
afford the MXGP TV account,
Right.
so I had to use mine.
Right.
And he did.
You should have said you should be
valiantly.
here. You should have been here.
Finally, and we are going. We didn't mention a single thing about Team GB, but I interviewed every single rider in some sort of heroic return for me. So if you want to know what the hell's going on there, listen to all of that.
So I went up to Walsh, and I'm like, I didn't know he DNF'd the second Moto 2.
Yeah, great day.
And I go, oh, well, we don't even need to do an interview. And he goes, no. And I'm like, okay, yeah, there's nothing to talk about.
He was the first interview I did, and I was panicking a bit because I couldn't find anyone. So I didn't accept that answer. I was like, we'll find
All
something
right,
to talk
okay.
about.
Yeah.
But Conrad said that he wants to come here next year and do more races, and his rap about being scared of competition or flustered by faster riders and all of that is completely false.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
And on that bombshell, I think we're done.
All right.
All right.
From my side, thank you to Prox Racing Parts and Polosport. Do you want to list yours again, or are you
Nope,
good?
but without a doubt, Wygant Matthes outperformed the
Yeah, no
2
doubt.
Euros
Well,
on this pod.
Well, I
us
think
being classy, we would like to thank you both for joining us. We've enjoyed the conversation. That's how classy we are. That's
We
how
are.
we play.
the
it.
Yes.
American side just wants to do this.
Well,
you know.
I'm going to ask JT to cast a verdict because he was kind of outcast from this podcast.
Because he was doing another podcast.
Yes,
Yeah.
all we can hope. Going against Dan's new podcast, MXGP, the podcast.
Yeah.
That's why we rallied resources.
Yeah.
Got together
Yeah.
on stage.
Yeah.
This is our
Hey,
answer.
listen, these are a lot of fun for all those reasons. Talking, laughing. We had a good conversation over here this morning, all of us laughing, joking, and it's great to see Adam Wheeler, as always. Class act.
Yep.
Class
Him and
act.
Eli.
Him and Eli. So it was really good to see everybody, and it was cool to be here. So thanks, everybody, for watching and listening. Appreciate it. Good times.
Yeah, on that note, thank you again for watching and listening. PRs this week, Kaida Wolf the following week, Prado, Chase, Tomac, I think.
October
so it's all
16th.
going on. Yep, and I think Chase is October the 15th or 17th.
Okay.
And then
probably after
Josh
Prado.
Hill.
the biggest takeaway from this podcast.
Josh
Hill
Hill.
is in. So,
I don't think he's getting it, but
Poor
I heard,
Gio.
I heard he's in the running.
Poor Gio.
we're done. Thank you for watching and listening. We'll see you real soon, both from RacerX and Vital MX, with a lot more content.